All right. Hi, this is Mr. Zamora again, and according to the survey, you need more help in S6. Actually, when you understand S6, it's the easiest of all the rest. Okay, first let me explain a little bit about S3 and then S4, S5, and so you can easily do S6. Okay, let's go to S3 as I said, and look at this. You're given a graph, and in order to do this or to solve this problem, what you have to do is you have to focus on the points that can be exactly marked. Like you follow this line, you cannot mark here, nor here, nor here, but in here. So this is a second one, and also you can mark this number. After you have identified the numbers, actually you only need two. Okay, for example, we can work with this number and we can work with this number. Okay, or you can work with this and this, or with this one, the second one, and the third one. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's up to you. All right, so remember the line starts here and goes over here. So this is the second and this is the first, because it starts here and ends here. Actually it continues, but it starts here. Let's go back a little bit to IXL, and if you push learn with an example, you're going to see that we need a formula that says slope equals change in y divided by change in x. Okay, so we have we are going to need two coordinates in order to do this. Two coordinates, right? Remember how to write coordinates? Okay, so the first coordinate we always need to use, this is x and this is y. Okay, here we're going to write the numbers that are in the x-axis, and here we're going to write the numbers that are in the y-axis. So the first one, this one, is 0x, right? And 40y. Okay, and the second one is on 20x and 70y. Oh, I said I was going to use this one, right? Well, never mind. I am going to use this one. I can use either both. Okay. So now remember the formula. It says changing y. The y is the numerator, divided by changing x. The x is the denominator. Okay. So I am going to start with y because y is going to be the numerator. Okay, 70 minus 40 equals 30. Okay, remember the second number minus the first number. Okay, divided by the change in x. Change means it was 0 first and it changed to 20. All right, so from 20 minus 0 equals 20. So this is the answer. Okay, we can simplify it by saying 3/2, right? So this is the final answer, and we just write it right here. Okay, 3/2. All right, awesome. Okay, let's solve the second one. Okay, let me go to this part. Okay, remember I need to identify about which points I am going to use or I am going to focus on. Okay, I have 4 possible points that I can use, and I can choose either any of these. I can choose this one and let's say this one. All right. Okay, Now I am going to write the two coordinates. Remember, the first is x and the second is y. So the first one, x is 2 and y is 1. 2, 1. This one, x is 4 and y is 7. 4, 7. Alright, so I write the formula. I substitute the formula. 7 minus 1 equals 6 divided by 4 minus 2 equals 2. So I can simplify this by saying 3 or just whole 3. Okay, and this is going to be the answer. 3. You got it. Okay. Remember, just to mention that if, I don't know, let's say that if instead of 2 I had for example, a 6, so 4 minus 6 equals negative 2, right? So it will be 6 divided by negative 2 equals negative 3, right? Okay, so just pay attention on that. All right, let's go to explain the next one. So S4, find the slope from 2 points. This is a little bit easier. Why is it easier? Because instead of having to see or to watch a graph, you actually have the coordinates. Oops, sorry. Don't save. We have the coordinates. These are 9, 6, and 2, 2, right?
Remember, 2 minus 6 equals negative 4. 2 minus 9 equals negative 7. Okay, so negative divided by negative equals positive, so the result is 4 divided by 7. Let's check. 4 divided by 7. Excellent. All right, so the other one, 3 minus 1 equals 2. I am going to write here number 2 divided by 5 minus 2 equals 3. That's it. That's the answer. I'm going to do 2 more problems so you can be very sure about how to solve it. 6 minus 13 equals negative 7 divided by 10 minus 1 equals negative 9. Remember, if both of them are negative, the answer is going to be positive. So I can erase both symbols. Okay? If I didn't any mistake. Oh, sorry, yeah. You could see that. 10 minus 1 equals 9, positive 9. Yeah, you got it, right? Never mind. Okay, let's do another one. 4 minus 1 equals 3 divided by 3 minus 5 equals negative 2. When you get this, remember, always put the negative symbol at the beginning. Okay? Because at the end, the result is going to be negative. Okay? Submit. Awesome. The very last one, 2 minus 8 equals negative 6. 2 minus 9 equals negative 7, right? 2 minus 8, 6. 2 minus 9, negative 7. So the answer is going to be positive. Brilliant.
Okay, this is how you have to solve it. Let's do number 5. Here, this is a little bit more complicated, but it's not that difficult if you pay a lot of attention
on this one. All right. So we have these two coordinates, okay? And we have the value of the slope. So remember that in the previous two, we had to get the slope. Here, no, here we get the slope and we get the two coordinates, but one number is missing. Okay, we need to find out what this number is, v, the value of v. So we are going to need the formula. Remember the formula? It was the difference between the second minus the first one. So v minus 1 divided by the change in x, 8 minus 7 equals the slope. What is the slope? The slope is 6. So now we have the final number, but we need this one. Okay? So we can solve this, right? We can solve this number, this operation. 8 minus 7 equals 1. Okay? Now, what is number 1 doing here? It is dividing, remember? So what do? We are going to clear v, and we're going to do what we did a lot in the previous months. All right? So it was dividing, now it goes the other way by multiplying. Okay, remember we use parentheses to express multiplication, and 6 times 1, erase this. Well, let me use this other tool. All right, and I don't need this line anymore. So v minus 1 equals 6. Then this number that is subtracting, I am going to send it to the other way by adding, right? So v equals 6 plus 1, and now I know that v, well, I'm going to write it again, that v equals 7. And that is the answer. Let's check. 7. Correct. Okay, I have this other problem. So this is the last problem that I'm going to do. So I can go to the final problem or the final exercise. Okay. Again, I have the values of the slope, that is 3, and I have these other numbers. So the change in y first. So number 1. Remember, the second number in every coordinate is the y. 1 minus 7. 1 minus 7 divided by k minus 8 equals -3. Okay, so I can solve this. 1 minus 7 equals -6 divided by k minus 8 that equals 3. Okay. Now, what do we do here? This in here, what I have to, okay, so here what we do is
I cannot send this number by itself here. I need to send it this whole expression, right? It is dividing. I send it by multiplying, and then I put parentheses to express multiplication, and I don't need this line anymore. So negative 6 equals negative 3 times k minus 8. So now this number that is multiplying, I am going to send it the other way by dividing. Remember that I said that I didn't need a line? Well, I really need it again. So if I do this operation, negative 6 divided by negative 3, the answer is going to be 2, because negative divided by negative, positive, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So the answer is, so far, the answer is 2 equals k minus 8. So what I am going to do now is to send this number over here. It is subtracting. Now I am going to send it by adding, because that's what we're supposed to do. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. So k at the end equals 10. So this is going to be our final answer. Let's check if we are right, and awesome, keep it up. All right, so now let's go to solve the S6, which is the one that you had more difficulty, and for me it was the easiest one, and you're going to see why. Okay, pay attention. If they are asking you about the y-intercept, you're going to focus on the second number. If you're asked about the slope, you're going to focus on the first number. Okay? You're always going to be given an equation like this. Y equals a constant with a variable plus or minus a constant. Okay? So the second constant is the y-intercept. The first constant is the slope. So I am being asked about the y-intercept, so the answer is 8/7. Okay, exactly this. That's it. And that's it. I am being asked about the y-intercept, so the answer is 4. That's it. I am being asked about the y-intercept again, so the answer is this very same number. All right, y-intercept, there is no other number, so what is the answer? 0. Okay, now it is the slope that I am being asked. Okay, so the slope is this. Okay, negative 8/9. All right, y-intercept 2/7, y-intercept 8/5. It's okay, right? Slope 9/7. Slope negative 7/2. And I can continue all the way around. Okay, so this is it. This is all you had to check, and see you around, and have a nice day.